Hey now, California Congressman Kevin Kiley. Congressman, good to have you with us this evening on Newsmax.
Good to be with you, Todd.
So, Congressman, let's just jump right into this. This judge's ruling, we understand late breaking news, the Trump administration going directly to the Supreme Court, and he wants to end all legal protection shielding over 350,000 Venezuelans in this country. When are we going to take action on these judges?
Well, we have taken action in the House by passing the No Rogue Rulings Act, which is designed to prevent precisely what happened here, where you have a single judge who can bind the executive branch with a nationwide injunction. This is not the way the system is supposed to work. These nationwide injunctions didn't really even exist until pretty recently. And so we passed that bill. It's passed through the House. It'd be great if the Senate could act on it. But ultimately, the Supreme Court, I think, needs to weigh in here as well, that it cannot have single rogue district court judges effectively becoming a Supreme Court unto themselves and claiming to have the authority to restrict the executive branch across the board.
But beyond that, Congressman, it's not that they're acting like the Supreme Court. They're acting like they are the White House, that their rulings are superseding the will of not only the president, but the 80 million people that put him in office.
You know, that's a great point. And that is one of the big problems here, is that we have sort of seemingly vanishing avenues through which the people of our country can express their will and bring about the change that the country desires. I mean, the president was elected with a significant mandate when it comes to immigration. And indeed, the public dramatically approves of his actions when it comes to immigration for his first 100 days. And so if you can't have the ability to then, carry out the sort of actions that the people have asked for to restore order, to restore a sense of actually having a border, then at some point, what claim to democratic legitimacy is there? So I think that's one of the big problems with these nationwide injunctions, is that it undercuts the notion of democratic legitimacy when a single judge out of all of the judges that we have in Article 3 in our courts can say that I'm going to contravene the actions of the duly elected president of the United States.
I have to tell you, as astounded as I am over these judicial rulings, whatever is going on in your home state, Congressman, I just don't get this one. The latest coming from the assembly there, where Democrats blocked a bill that would make purchasing 16 and 17-year-old humans a felony. This is not the Babylon Bee. This is what's going on in your state right now.
It is an absolute disgrace. It is completely mind-boggling. It is disgusting that you have elected officials in California who would say, no, we're going to come down on the side of the child predators. We're going to say that if you actually solicit and purchase a minor, a 16-year-old, to sexually abuse them, that this should not be a felony. It is absolutely unbelievable that they would do this. The supermajority today in the Assembly actually rejected an attempt by the Republicans to restore the language in this bill saying it's a penalty, it's a felony for 16 and 17-year-olds. And Gavin Newsom, by the way, came out after I sort of shamed him on social media for saying nothing. He came out and said that he wants to get involved, but he actually apparently was not successful in doing that, because today they did exactly the opposite. So it just goes to show you just how far afield California has gotten, that we have these radical elected officials in the supermajority who are unwilling to provide even the most basic common sense protections for our young people.
Congressman, real quick, before we let you go, there has been a lot of back and forth between Elise Stefanik and the House Speaker. Everything okay in the Republican caucus, or are there rumblings of something going on behind the scenes?
I don't know if I've heard a lot about that, but I think Elise Stefanik is a fantastic member of Congress, and frankly, I think she'd be a fantastic governor of New York.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Congressman, appreciate all the great insight as always. Thank you.
You bet. Great talking with you.